Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Desert Frogs bringing you another Terran vs Zerg of Bombers style. This build was showcased in the Day 9 Daily a few days ago, and I just wanted to try it out. So this is the second game I've played in total, up till now. Sure, I've played more games since then, but this is actually the second game that I played, and I decided to cast it because it's quite interesting to see when a player does a 15 worker all-in. So I actually asked my friend to do a 15 worker all-in on me just so I could record this episode, and I needed to record this episode twice, which kind of sucks. But I don't change my build, except I build a bunker only when I start seeing his forces coming at the ramp. So that's pretty much all that I know that's going to happen, is that he's going to do an all-in, but I don't know when it's going to happen. So, and we decided that I shouldn't be putting a bunker before. So I'm just going to speed this up, and while I'm speeding this up, I'm going to explain a few things. I have a big project coming along, that's why I'm not uploading every day. And I'm hoping that this project will make me get a lot more views in YouTube. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for that. And soon I'm going to be a partner, apparently. I've applied, and yeah, all is good for me. Sweet. So I'm going to talk about this build for a moment. This build is mainly about getting 3 expansions up, getting really fast upgrades for your Marines, and then defending your expansions with siege tanks. Now, if you want more details on this build, you can just check the Day 9 Daily. I'm probably going to put a link to it in the description. And yeah, so basically there's different openings to this build, and this game, because this is my thought process here. This expansion here is quite hard to take because, I mean, there's all of this here. And the third expansion is hard to take as well because of this ramp and there's no rocks. So that means that I'm going for a different opening than the last game I casted. Last game, I went for a reactor on a refinery on 16. And that allows me to get my command center before this factory. But this time I went reactor on 13, which is pretty standard, so I could protect myself from the Zergling. Well, I could protect myself from anything, put some pressure on, limit him to his base, and try to contain him while I get my expansion up. That's my goal in this game. I'm just playing it standard, like he's not doing anything. So already I saw 4 lings. And when you see 4 lings popping out, which is a little bit more than usual, and then they just retreat here, they don't go back, then you need to be a little bit suspicious, but you don't need to be super suspicious. So now going on with this game, I'm pumping out 2 Hellions, I'm getting my first expansion, and then I'm going to get a second one right now, about. So, yeah, this build is really risky, but if you can hold it off, you'll be way ahead. And just one quick note, this 15 worker all-in, and it actually is a 15 worker all-in, oops, there you go. He has 15 workers, and I have 22, but he's going to kill a lot of the workers during this push, but I'm going to have triple the production than usual, so I'll be able to reproduce those really quickly. The thing is, if he did a Ling Bling 15 all-in, I would have died, pretty much. Because this bunker would have been able to repair, and this siege tank wouldn't have done anything to Lings and Blings, but they annihilate siege tanks. That's why this build is really good. Only against roaches, so if you make them see your Lings early on, maybe it's a good thing because they'll go to roaches, and then it'll be really easy to defend. So now, did I get the siege tank? Yeah, I did get the siege tank upgrade, so I should be able to secure my expansion soon. But right now, I'm just trying to remake the harvesters that I lost. And yeah, remaking those harvesters is really important, but I'm not the best at keeping up on that. I was really distracted trying to get the build down, and so I didn't get those SCV done. So now I'm sieging up my tanks. Sorry if I'm saying a lot. It's just really hard not to say it. So now my siege tanks have, well, this one had 7 kills, and the other one I think had a bit more. I'm gonna stop this camera because it's getting a little bit annoying. So now he's just joining up. All he's doing is joining up, but I don't care. I'm not scouting. I'm committing everything to my base. Of course, my macro is slipping a lot, and now I'm just getting down my engineering bay and my second barracks, so I could start stim. This gas needs to be really earlier. I'm actually, after this game, I think I'm going to record a game of just the build order that I tried on ladder for a little while. And this is actually funny. I wanted to kill the Overlord, but instead I attacked my command center. Kind of a misclick. I was wondering why the Overlord wasn't dying, and then I looked at my command center and it was pretty much dead. So now he's just pushing into my natural, trying to put some pressure on. I did put some turrets there, but I forgot to put turrets in my main, and that's just going to stab me in the back later on. So my macro is slipping like crazy. Now my macro, usually my money is about like 1,000 total, which is gas and minerals. When I play this on ladder, except that this is actually the second time, so I wasn't that good. Now I'm just trying to defend this push, well, this little harass with his mutalisks. I'm trying to get production with my SCVs, except I'm really distracted. I have a lot of mule energy too. I have 1 mule here, almost 2 mules here, and almost 2 mules here. So now I'm just spending them all, trying not to get supply blocked, making more turrets, and getting these upgrades. Usually you want to push when you get 2-1 and 3-2. Those are the 2 timing pushes with this build. And you just want to build starports, factories, and a lot of barracks. You should be able to plop down a second factory, except I chose not to get this 4th gas or this 5th gas. And that just, you should get that gas, that's all I'm going to say. Because constant marine production is good, except banelings will just roll through your army like it's no big deal. So now I'm just keeping the production up, and see, as soon as my upgrades finish, I want to push out. So I think I'm going to push out right here, unsiege all my tanks. Come on, don't fail me, game. Maybe I'm waiting just for an extra round of production. No. No, okay, well, I just started my upgrades, and no. I actually don't know what's going on here. I should be pushing out right now. I remember that I pushed out, maybe my timing was just completely off. And he's going for more harass or just poking up to see what my army size is. And my macro is slipping a lot. So yeah, now I unsiege to push, except he pushes in at the same time. So at that point, he only went with a few banelings, and then he attacked this base with his mutaflock and all his lings. And the thing with lings and mutas is that they're really fast, and by the time this army got there, he could just run away with his whole army, re-macro, and then I would be in a lot of trouble. So I decided to go for the base race scenario. I don't know if it was the best idea because my macro was slipping so bad. And so now I'm just trying to get as much money as I can, get as much army as I can. I should be rallying into my main, but I forgot to reset it right now. And I just want to push into his base, deny his expansions as much as I can. And then I'm going to send a small group over here to dispatch this expansion. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to send another group here and just completely destroy his bases. Now, the thing is about base races in Terran versus Zerg is that Terran buildings have so much more health, and you have so many more of them. So that's the really big advantage there. Now, I keep rallying here, but my Marines get picked off before they even get to do anything, which kind of sucks. So now I'm pushing in. I just destroyed his natural. Now I'm going for the main. And when you do these kind of pushes, you want to retreat with most of your Marines and keep your siege tanks safe. If Mutalisks can get into your siege line, you'll be in a lot of trouble. And I'm going to demonstrate this in a few seconds. Also, this is really amazing. This is the reason why you want to keep your siege tanks like this. So most of my siege tanks are here. They can shoot. This is their line of shooting. This is range. Sorry about that. And these siege tanks have the range all the way up to here. So these will start shooting, and then once these die, these will start shooting. And this is great for banelings because you can just kite the banelings with your marines until all of them die. So right now, he takes the lings in front to take some of the damage, and then rolls in with all of his banelings. Fortunately, I see this in time this time, unlike the last time he attacked with banelings. And now most of my marines are alive, and he's trying to pick off my siege tanks with the mutalisks. But that's not going to happen. I'm not going to let him do that. I picked off his main, and he's being revealed. Sweet. Now I'm just stimming up, trying to pick off the mutalisks. And I know that I have this game in the bag, because he has no expansions that I know of, because he's being revealed. He has a smaller army than me, which are pretty much consisting of mutalisks. And mutalisks die to how many upgrades? 2 marines. His mutalisks are at 2-1. So mutalisk will melt away. Sweet. And I still have 1 medevac, so my marines will get healed up. My last turret is about to die. I still have so much money, so I decided to make another command center, even though this one's fine. And just defend this one. So now my SCVs do a little dance with his drones. Dance party right here. I'm going to pick off some of them right here. And by now the game's over. He lost. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned because I will be uploading more content, and I have a really good project I think that most of you will enjoy. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.